I'm Jessica, the presenter, and Janelle, Rachel, and Jonathan. We all worked together to create this presentation of the religion Tenrikyo. Okay, so where is it practiced? As it originated in Japan with 1.75 million people practicing it, it is also practiced globally, which there isn't as many as there's only about 2 million people altogether, including Japan, and it is specifically practiced in Northeast Asia, North America, and Northeast Africa, which there's a little picture there for with the globe and the other picture. A little history slash background. It was founded by Nakayama Miki on October 26th, 1838 in Japan, and the Tenryo no Mikoto holds religious authority, which is referred to as God the Parent, in the sense God is the original parent of human beings. Um, but according to the Japanese government, Tenrikyo is a sect of Shinto, though it was thought of as a new religion in the beginning, and they did not want to be a sect of Shinto or Buddhism. And the picture all the way to the left, that is where it is mainly practiced. That is um, the headquarters of Tenrikyo, or so to speak. Okay, so Nakayama Miki is the primary exemplar, with Honseki Aizoburi following as the second spiritual leader. So Nakayama Miki, or Oyasama, same person, she is considered the leader, the one that everyone follows. She's considered as, like, she's number one in the Tenrikyo religion. Um, She attracted followers who believed she was a living goddess who could heal people and bless expectant mothers with safe childbirth. And Miki was the fulfillment of God's promise to humankind at creation. And she also composed Ofudest Saki, which is one of the sacred texts, which is a record of her teachings. And that is a picture of her, or a drawing, in the bottom right corner. All right, so beliefs. They believe in their single deity. Through Oyasama, the truth and divine purpose to attain the joyous life is revealed, and they believe in rebirth, which where we borrow our body from God the Parent, and someday must return it, but later get to borrow a new one. So when they're born, they're borrowing a body from God, which is the parent of humankind, and then someday, later in life, when they die, they're returning the body, but when they get reborn, they're borrowing a new one, where it continues, and then when they die, they return it again. Beliefs continued. So they believe that the center of the world is located in the city of Tenri, where Oyasama was believed to have communed with God. Now, it's not uncommon for followers to also hold Buddhist and or Christian beliefs while also practicing Tenrikyo, but the followers in the end want to achieve what they call a joyous life. This is done by taking part in Hinikinshin, my bad if I mispronounce some words, which this is a selfless action towards others, and they emphasize showing charity to others and facing all of life's burdens with optimism. So they're optimistic and they're positive, and they want to maintain this joyous life. Also, followers of Tenrikyo have been known to build hospitals, schools, and orphanages, as well as providing disaster relief aid. So after the hurricanes and after the earthquakes and like the bombings, the followers of Tenrikyo have been known to help provide, like, like it says here, they're building hospitals and schools and orphanages and providing disaster relief aid. Um, they have their rituals, of course. In the main temple, there is a pillar known as the Kanrode, where followers can go to receive blessings from God. And much of the charity work that is done is often ritualized, as helping others is a central tenet of the religion. So when after they build the hospitals and they provide aid and they're helping others, they perform rituals to kind of celebrate that deed. Um, Mediation. So one form of mediation for them is obviously music, which is what this video over here is for. This is a song for a Tenrikyo service that they perform. So I will show that now. Okay, so that was just an example of the type of music and dancing they do when they're performing these services for themselves. Another type of mediation is the sacred text that they use. There are three of them, which we'll go into depth later. They are called. There's the first one, which is Ofuda Saki. The second one, Mikaguro Uta, and the third one, Oshashizu. Um, Again, those will be gone into further depth in the next slide. Um, the third the third type of mediation they use is called Gosenmai, which is the sacred gift of rice. Okay, so the sacred text. The first one, Ofuda Saki, is the most important one. It was mentioned earlier about um, the leader, Oyasama. This is what she wrote. This is what she recorded for herself about the religion. It is a 17-volume collection, and there are 1,711 waka poems. And it is a text of lyrics, gestures, and melodies chanted each morning in church. The second one is Mikaguru Uta. There are 5 sections, and this one is about blessings, sin and salvation, and disease healing. And then the third one, which is by far the longest of the three, is called Oshashitsu, and it is comprised of 33 books, 7,790 pages, and it is the philosophy and the doctrinal system of Tenrikyo. So if you want to know the details and all the ins and outs of this religion, this is the book you are going to want to read. Food restrictions. There are no technical food or drink restrictions in this religion, but members believe that God granted them free use of their minds and they can do whatever they wish with eating and drinking. Although, if one mistreats the body with an excessive amount of a certain food or when they drink too much, then you will later receive an illness to bear the consequences. So it's kind of like a karma system. So if you eat something bad for you, then you'll get sick, and that'll be that's the payment that you have to pay. All right, so a comparative look. Fundamentally, Tenrikyo has beliefs that align with those of a few other religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and the Abrahamic Trinity. While some of the beliefs may have been comparatively similar, there are still differences in doctrine and the practice that separate these religions. The first one, we're going to compare it to Hinduism. So practitioners of Tenrikyo believe in rebirth, in the sense that our bodies are borrowed from God the Parent and must be returned to God upon death, only to be lent a new body by God. So Hinduism's belief in reincarnation is based around karma and the caste system, which is kind of similar, kind of different. And Tenrikyo is also formed around a service to others and selflessness, which can be compared to Hinduism's karma marga, which is the path of duty and ties to asceticism. The second religion we're going to compare it to is Buddhism. Since Buddhism is a descendant sect of Hinduism, it makes sense that there would be similarities in beliefs to Tenrikyo as well. The first one is mediation and nirvana. While Tenrikyo does not believe in nirvana, the idea that anyone can attain it is similar to the idea that each body can be returned to God the Parent and we can be given a new body. And then mediation through music and dance as a means to get closer to God is very similar to the way the Buddhists meditate to achieve enlightenment. And then the second one, Four Noble Truths and Service to Others. Tenrikyo believes in living the joyous life as God intended by committing oneself to selfless acts of service to others. And then the Four Noble Truths teaches that nothing is permanent, suffering is caused by desire, and the only way to rid the world of suffering is to follow the Eightfold Path and find peace. And then we are going to compare it to the Abrahamic Trinity. Obviously, they both believe in a God of some sort. As we know, the Abrahamic religions are monotheistic and believe in the same God who has established a covenant with Abraham and his chosen people. Tenrikyo is not strictly monotheistic. However, God the Parent is believed to be the one true God. And then in all 4 of these religions, God is the creator of the universe and parent of all humankind. Also, they both have their prayers. Practitioners of these religions rely on the belief in the power of prayer. And then comparing Tenrikyo to Islam a little bit, Oyasama, like Muhammad, was spoken to God and chosen to be a prophet to spread that word. And then here are our works cited.